The purpose of these documentaries is not to promote others' well-being or to condone their behaviors. It is ultimately to inform others that even though we live in a fallen world, hope and redemption can be found. I believe that each person has an impactful story that can be shared nationwide and transform others' hearts and minds towards Christ. So with that, I'm seeking that raw passion and vulnerability that we all have inside of us in order to alter our narrow perspectives and go beyond our standard comfortability. As the meeting gets started, I got the chance to interview my grandpa, Henry Schumann, to discuss his experiences and stories of getting drafted into the Vietnam War as a truck driver. Hope you guys enjoy.
Over in Vietnam, I was stationed at a military base, and the name was called Long Binh. My job was loading up my trailer, and then we leave early, 100, 200 miles to go to another base for their supplies, which I take. Salt K rations, most of it ammo, back and forth just every day. Just basically, when you get over there, it was a job, actually. We've always had helicopters ahead of us, scouting and see if there's enemy. You know, you go in your convoys and just drive along like that, praying that the MPs did their job. So we really felt safe. Carried our guns, but...
While it is comforting when everyone does their job, Mr. Schumann relates to a time where the driver and himself fell behind their convoy, took a wrong fork in the road, only to end up bumped off of it and completely submerged in mud.
You don't have radios, you don't have CBs, you have to wait. And scared, I'm telling you, yeah. We're out there in the middle of the rice paddies, vast land, we don't know who's gonna come. 5-6 miles. What's this big mountain like this? Well, that's one of the headquarters of North Vietnam. Say approximately 4 or 5 hours, there finally came a truck, and we were praying, I'm telling you, help me. Luckily, they were the South, so they stayed. A lot of people say God has a reason for everything. So I kind of believed that when I was out there stuck in the middle of the rice paddies, so it had to happen.
Mr. Schumann goes on and emphasizes how scary it was to be drafted at the time, because at one point all the Army recruiters met in the induction center waiting to be enlisted. Yet their intentions were stirred when a Marine suddenly comes out and pulls out the lottery, as he called it, with 50 names out of a box of 200 that were destined and forced to join the Marines.
A lot of us did not want to fight. Never been a violent person, and I just don't want to go over there and shoot people. I couldn't do it. He didn't pull a mine at all, so just the first 50 that he picked.
So while Mr. Schumann was thankful to pass his test to be a truck driver and not fight, violence and danger seemed to ensnare him whichever path he took.
The base was like almost like an open field, and they put tents on it. They could just come in any time. Inside our base, there was a sniper, but that's all we ever came across. The only incident we had was a couple civilians. They would try and take one of the ammo off the back of the trailer. Fortunately, it happened. They took it and they started running across the rice fields, and unfortunately, the MPs just opened up, shot him down. A kid, good kid. Yeah, the civilians, you just have to squint and put up with it. All the other news I hear what they done, people do in villages, it's uncalled for. Burn the places down, and they don't look ahead. Who's in there? Is it South or North? 75% think they're in there. You have to accept that they're doing okay.
And with that, after 2 years of serving, Henry was home. But he was confused by the draft dodgers' outlook towards the war efforts.
When I got back, it was easy going. I wasn't stressed out at all. Obviously, they didn't want to be part of America, or they didn't want to serve their country. What got me was the people burning the flags. That was even worse. I think it's a little bit too far. I was an AIT, stay in a missionary house, and there I was saved. To me, it's to a limit. it's like, why did this person die? Why did my mom die? I mean, I can't accept that God did this. People say, there was a reason for it, but she died as a disease. So, that's the part I do accept. I accept it.